Well, good evening, sports fans, or good afternoon. Welcome to Baseball Stars. We are here for game number 14, featuring the Adirondack Mechanic 5's and the Spiral K Bunnies. Hi, everyone. I'm Adirondack Rick, being joined by Mr. Cab once again. This is your third appearance on the program. Spiral K Bunnies need to get something together.
They really do, Rick. I mean, they've had a homestand here. I don't care if nobody's won a home game this entire season except for that one. The Bunnies have got to get on the board here. The pitching showed up yesterday, holding the Mechanic 5's to one run through 8 innings. They might have fallen apart at the end, but I mean, if the offense only scores one run for you, don't talk to me about the pitching. Where's the offense?
It was the lowest scoring game all season. As we'll get ready for the lineups for both of these two teams. Are you ready for some baseball?
I think we made the copyright joke yesterday about the "Are you ready for some football" song, so I didn't have a new joke ready. I guess let's play baseball. I like baseball.
Let's get to it.
It's the middle of summer.
T. Murdoch, leading now with 13 home runs, takes that foul for strike one. What a big game for T. Murdoch
through
yesterday.
8 innings was the only one on the Mechanic 5's that showed up yesterday.
Outside ball one from Moon 2. A lot of the issues that you've noticed with the Spiral K Bunnies come down to pitching.
They do, but it's more of the bullpen. They've had strong starts.
Picked up by Drew, or Z-Man rather, who runs it over to first for the first out.
Another ground ball hit right to Fred. Throws over to Z-Man, 2 away.
Here's Bizzle, a home runs, 480 hitter. This dart to the wall. It's fair for a single.
They had him played correctly. Good job holding him to one base on that.
Down the middle, strike one. And attempt to steal, and it goes like all the others. I
don't know why they keep running on Aldog. He's throwing everybody out at second.
I will begin to be excited when somebody actually completes a stolen base. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base, middle of the first. It's no score on the bun. Mr. Cab, so you said you had no Bigelow's tea yesterday. What the heck was wrong with you?
The only flavor we had in the tea box was peppermint cinnamon or something like that. And I mean, I just wasn't in the mood for that.
That sounds Christmassy. And I realize there's a thing called Christmas in July, but...
Yeah, I don't want the hot tea on a hot day. I should try making iced tea with it and just like find out what happens.
It just
I don't know if that's going to be like... I don't know.
You know,
I guess we don't know until I try it, so maybe I should.
You know when you need the tea?
When?
For the trip to Pittsburgh coming up in January.
That's true. AGDQ in Pittsburgh, January 4th to the 10th, I believe you said?
Yep.
Yeah, it's cold out there.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need it, especially if it's anything like 2024. Bottom of the first, Anachu 5 against Drew, a conclusion. Drew pops it up. On a bean underneath it. But... First out. Drew Conclusion's been struggling of late.
He had 1 hit to lead off the game for the Bunnies yesterday, but other than that, he's 2 for his last. At this point, got to be at least 15.
Fred pops is going deep. It's out of here. The Bunnies are on the board first after that Fred Coughlin home run.
Good swing by Fred, just going with the pitch, taking it the other way. You love to see it.
Here's Captain, 383 hitter, one of 2 members of this team who hasn't gone deep of the regular starters. Hits over to Lana Bean, who fires to first, but not in time. It's an infield hit for Captain.
Wow, just not able to get anything on it.
Line to the pitcher for the second out.
Nice
Smile!
reflexes from Onichu.
It is foul, just barely foul. That was
Smile
close.
fires just missed.
And he ends up hitting underneath it this time. Underneath it is Bizzle for the third out. So close to the home run, couldn't get it done, but they do score on Fred's home run. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base, end of 1-0 in favor of the Spiral K Bunnies, hoping to win their first at home, Mr. Cab.
Yep, I mean, they did what they want to do. You got 1 run, you wish you got 2, but you got to build on it. You have a lead, try and hold it. Moon 2's ERA, though, you know, you got to hope you have his back.
Take a look
6,
quickly
7,
at the
5,
schedule.
it's not great.
Take a look quickly at the schedule of upcoming games. They are going to be playing 4 over at the Adirondack Mechanic 5 starting on Tuesday.
I like this. I like who these friends in the booth. They're letting you actually get a microphone on Smile Fires while he's standing out there in the outfield.
Yes. Same thing with Krim.
That's amazing technology these days.
I mean, if they can do it while they wire them up in the dugout, who knows? That's the upcoming schedule. All right, top of the second. Alcure up first for the Mechanic 5's. And that goes about 5 feet.
Nice play by the catcher, throwing that mask aside.
No dog underneath it to make the first out. Here's Silly Person chasing in the dirt. Strike 1.
That might be the key to Silly Person. Maybe 1 behind the home run lead right now.
Oh,
But he's still up there.
nice snatch by Z-Man for the second out. Give Z-Man a golden glove. Here's Mike a fighter. Mike is a fighter. 1-0. Inside ball 2. And there's a quick 6-3. It's a 1-2-3 inning.
That is something the Bunnies sorely need these days. Put up some runs and shut the opposition down in the next inning. We haven't seen that enough.
And we'll see if they can continue that with Z-Man coming up to bat to lead off the 6th after this. Middle of the second, 1-0 in favor of the Spiral K Bunnies. Nice win for your Mets last night, I see, or yesterday afternoon.
Was a strong win. I didn't get to see that game, but you know, for the last 10 years or so, if you beat the Royals, it's a good thing.
Guaranteed.
That and they haven't
win.
won a road series in a long time. They have the opposite problem of this league. They're winning home games, but can't win the road games.
For sure. Bottom of the second, starting off with Z-Man, 5 home runs, 345 hitter. Pops it up to left center. That's Angel the Sin underneath it for the first out. Here's Shock Ninja. Up to a 226 hit batting average. But this will be caught by Mike as a fighter.
Owl Dog's got to get us past the pitcher here.
Fouled away for strike 1. 0-1, All Dog. Outside, ball 2.
Owl Dog's laying off that outside pitch, and you can see Onichu's coming back in here, moving around under the rubber to try and get in better position. Ground ball, though, pays off for him.
Not in time.
Or does it? That is the second infield hit to third this game.
Moonrise and Phoenix takes 2 down the middle. Strike 2. Oh, that looked so close to being strike 3. Popped it up. Malchior's underneath it for the third and final out. Side retired. So they do get 1 hit. They do leave it on base, but they do clear the pitcher. At the end of 2, it's 1-0 in favor of the Spiral K Buns on the bun.
Gotta see if they can get through here. We got the bottom of the order for the Mechanics now. They have a chance. You know, I guess there was a hit there.
There is.
They still have a chance to face the minimum.
Yeah. Having Bizzle get removed by the stolen base attempt helps out.
It does. You hate taking the bat out of the middle of the lineup's hands, but, you know, 2 outs trying to get in a scoring position. We talked about this earlier this week. It's not a terrible decision, but at the same time, Aldog has been throwing literally everyone out. I haven't seen a stolen base yet this series.
You'll be hard-pressed to find one this entire season. There's only been, I think, 3 completed stolen bases in the league.
Now, Rick, can I ask you an actual question for a moment here?
Yes.
This game was his Baseball All-Stars. Is stealing like that hard in this game normally, or are we just seeing an aberration here?
I think what you're seeing is the runners not get a good lead off, because I think you are able to actually steal bases in this game. It's just I don't know if I'm seeing them set themselves up properly to steal the base, and thus they get themselves picked off.
All right, that's fair enough.
Top of the third, it's your turn.
Angel of Sin, 7-hitter leading off for the Mechanic 5's. First pitch for Moon 2, just missed. 1-0. Second pitch inside over the plate, 1-1. Angel's going to have to hit something. Angel still batting 166. He's got to get off the interstate. Shoutouts to Keith.
Yeah, we're not getting off the interstate there.
But it's drifting foul. It's not going to find the stands. Caught by Yarn Dragon Tracy for the first out.
Actually, I think that was Z-Man coming into foul territory for that.
Really? Well, good job. Good defense by the Bunnies either way. Good defense by Fred. Lahana, after allowing a couple of runners to get infield hits, not able to make it up. And Anachu, the pitcher.
Yeah,
catcher just that's out. How many pop-outs to the catcher have we had in this game? That feels like a trend is forming here.
That is the third F2 I have written on my sheet for both teams. Moonrise and Phoenix has faced the minimum. However, there is a hit on the board still, so don't get excited, friends. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3, middle of the third, 1-0 Bunnies lead.
I was excited for a moment there, and I had to look back to see that caught stealing. How did that one happen? Because, yeah, 9 up. Well, 8 down and the 9th thrown out running. If you're the Bunnies, that's what you want to see. But I know it's only the third inning. They've only had 2 turns at bats. You need to score runs. You're not going to win this game 1-0. What was it? Yesterday was 6 runs total or 7 runs total, and that was the lowest for the league so far. You're not winning a 1-0 game here.
You're making me go back to the sheet right here.
What is the Mechanics' lowest scoring game? It might be 6. Oh, they did get shut out. That's true. But outside of the shutout, the fewest runs scored by the Mechanic 5's is 4, 6, and it just goes up from there.
Yeah,
you're not going to win this game 1-0.
And that 0 is only because it was decided in the run rule in the 5th inning.
Well, that's fair. It's 0 runs in only 5 innings, but that goes to show you the strength of the Bunnies' starting pitching. It's the bullpen that's been losing games. That's why you need to feast early. Get the Mechanics starter out of there. Get rid of Anachu. Drew a conclusion, swinging at the junk pitch in the dirt. Strike one.
I think a lot swing at that pitch, too.
They like the ball in the dirt here for some reason. 1-1 pitch to Drew over the outside corner of the plate. 1-2. Gonna have to swing at something.
There you go.
Another
That's the
ground ball
Armalana
to
Bean, and it's going to be an infield hit.
I don't know if she's just having a bad day.
Well, that's going to do it for Anachu.
That's curious, pulling him in the third inning. Fred gets a hold of one, but it's right to Mike as a fighter. That's one out.
Line drive right over L7. Now here's Captain.
Captain grounds to second. Double play opportunity, but it's just not hit hard enough. Still, they get Drew a conclusion at second for the second out. Jordan Dragon Tracy, cleanup hitter, is up. Fouls the first pitch off. Hits it pretty hard, too. Leads off the outside pitch, 1-1. And just grounds out to second. Almost waiting for Krim to just tag the runner there, but that's going to retire the side.
You would have expected that to be a tag coming up there instead of just throwing to second, but...
Strange things can happen when you tag runners, so I don't blame them. Either way, no runs, one hit, one left on. The end of 3. Still the Bunnies won, the Mechanic 5's nothing. Here on the Bun. I don't know about that pitching change. You just cleared the spot in the lineup, so it's not like, you can just get one out or you're trying to make an excuse for a pinch hitter there. I just don't know.
Well, you do have the best ERA now on the mound, so maybe that's a piece of it right there. But who knows? Mechanic or Anachu 3 has been roughed up before.
And I forgot to change pens from my scorecard.
How dare you?
It's going to be all stuffed up. We're going with the Keith Hernandez system of changing the inks, changing the color every time there's a pitching change, so we can keep track of who goes where.
What color is the ink for your second pitcher?
So for the Bunnies are starting in magenta and going to green. I'll be honest, right? I've got 6 pens in front of me, and then right, I've got magenta, purple, and red, so I can't really mix those up very well. You got to break that up.
I just have the one pen here, black ink at this stage. I had been doing red ink for one team, black ink for the other team, but I left my red pen at the office, so I don't have that available to me here.
Well, that's good. You can't give them bad grades without the red pen.
You'll have to take a picture of your card and post it in the Baseball Stars channel on the Discord.
I will do that. I already sent you the picture from the first night. I did not have... I learned a lot the first night about preparation for calling these games. And one of the things that went horribly wrong was we've got a lot of technical people in chat, so you know what I'm talking about. Rick sent me a doc file, so a Microsoft Office file. I opened it up in LibreOffice, and they disagreed on the formatting. Mm-hmm. You'll see.
Yeah, it's messed up when you try to open up in LibreOffice. I noticed that myself. Top of the 4th. We'll talk more about that coming up here as we start with the top of the lineup, second time through.
Yep, Moon Risen Phoenix faces the minimum the first time through. Now second time through the lineup in the 4th inning. Already 1 ball, 1 strike to T. Murdoch leading off for the Mechanics. They're making him work this time. They're taking a few pitches. 2-1.
Oh, that was
strike,
a nice...
just over the outside corner of the plate.
Beautiful curve.
Has to swing at that one. Goes down the line, but it is caught by Z-Man. Still defending his position well, but down at first base. This Krim gets the second hit of the day through the gap on the left side of the infield. Nice hit for Krim, recovering, getting his first hit since that home run display the other day. And Bizzle gets it through the hole on the left side, past the left fielder. It's going to go all the way to the fence. They're going to hold the runners at second and third. And that will put 2 in scoring position for Malchior. Moonrise and Phoenix in a jam here. Popped up. I don't know if that's going to be deep enough. It's going to fall in! And a good job by everybody. The base runner's going halfway to be able to advance once that ball hit the ground. That just found the Bermuda Triangle. Silly person help. Runners on the corner. Fouls one all the way to the wall. I don't know where that pitch was. I think I saw the shadow go over the plate. It must have been low. 1 and 2 after a strike over the outside part of the plate to Silly. Rips one into right field all the way to the fence. 1 run is in. They're going to try and get him at second.
What?
I don't understand this game. Rick, pause this for a sec. We got to talk about that. But there's another one ripped to left field. Moonrise and Phoenix just coming undone here in the 4th.
It
is 3-1 Mechanic 5's after this barrage of hits.
We're going to pull this one up over here.
Is this the double? So here we go. The ball's hit to the right. 1 run scores. They get the second. The ball is there, and they, for some reason, decide to try and get the lead runner, trying to get Malchior going to third. I have no words. You have to get the outs you can get. They only have 1 out. They've got to get their pitcher out of this jam. Now we're up to the 7th batter of this inning. There's already 3 in. 1, 2, 3, 5 hits so far.
5 back-to-back-to-back hits.
Yeah, and you should have had at least 1 out in there.
You should have had Silly Person out at second.
That's the out. Another ground ball to first.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Now they run themselves off the bases.
You know, I don't know. That's the first time I've seen that ground ball to first. And then it actually works where the runner tried to go back instead of being forced. You have to ask, what is Silly Person doing as well? Because he just kind of hung Mike as a fighter out to dry by standing on second base. Mike had nowhere to go. So that was the right play. Just run at him. And as long as Silly Person's standing there, that's his base.
Boom and boom.
So 5
He just ran towards him.
Yeah, well, he didn't have anywhere to go. He could have gone to second, but with Silly standing there, that's going to be that. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 left on after the not unorthodox double play to end the inning.
The Buns will take it, but they are now down 3-1.
Well, they'll take the double play, and good job by Z-Man handling it. But oh my goodness, Moon Risen Phoenix probably needs to leave this game after that inning. We'll see what happens as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Smile Fires takes 2 pitches outside. It's 2-0, leading off the bottom of the 4th. Gets a hold of one, but it is foul. 2-1. Strike over the inside corner of the plate. I didn't like that pitch either. We'll see if if he gets a better one to hit here. Oh, he might have. This is deep to right. Is it going to make it?
No.
Yeah. Caught at the wall by Bizzle. 1 away. And Z-Man hitting it to his counterpart. Ground ball. It's 2 out. It's up to Shock Ninja to give some sort of life to the Bunnies here to respond in the 4th inning. 1-1. Ball 2. That was the first one that we saw get held up at the warning track. We've seen a lot of foul balls go out. They don't count those on the score sheet, though. 3-1 to Shock Ninja.
Oh.
And they allow the free runner. Ends up not mattering, though. Owldog comes up, hits it right back to the pitcher. Someone's got to tell him you don't hit it to the other pitcher. And that will retire the side. So no hits, 1 walk, and left on. No runs scored in that inning for the Bunnies. At the end of 4, it's the Mechanic 5's 3, the Bunnies 1 here on the Bun.
4 left on base now for the Spiral Cave Bunnies, and that's gonna actually be something that could very well hurt them as we make our way into the middle part of this game. Especially the way that Moon came apart in that 4th inning.
Yeah, are they leaving Moon in? I guess it is the bottom of the order. And Lana's average has dropped below 400, but I have questions.
The big thing is Moon Risen Phoenix is the first due up in the top of the, or the bottom of the 5th. That might be part of the thought process here.
That is true. I mean, that makes it all the more unfortunate you couldn't keep that inning going. Of course, then you probably have 2 runners on, if not 2, at least one of them in. Now you got to send Moon Risen Phoenix out there. You got to tell him, forget about that last inning. Just pretend it never happened. Get back into form. Start getting more outs. Lana down the line. All the way to the wall. But well played. She's going to stay at first.
And that is going to do it for Moon, and they're going to have to replace it before the pitcher spots due up in the bottom part of the order. I hear the pen getting put down.
Indeed. It's going to pay off, though. Ground ball to second. Shock Ninja fires it over to Fred. Over to Z-Man. Double play. 2 out.
6-4-3 on the double play.
Base is empty for Team Murdoch. 1-1 pitch. Strike over to the inside part of the plate. Don't know what Team Murdoch's looking for. Must have been looking for the changeup.
A little too early on that swing. Pops it up.
Fred catches it in the outfield grass. Side retired. So 1 hit, 1 very long single. Nobody left on, no runs scored. End of 4.5. Mechanic 5's 3, Bunnies 1.
What?
So are they going to let Moon 3 hit for himself here, Rick?
It looks like the answer is yes. Since they haven't gone to the pinch hitter, they would immediately do that and stop me from being able to pause the game. I have no control over when these players get taken out of the game.
He is batting 200. I mean, we'll give him that. I don't know how many at-bats that's over at this point, but...
It's probably 1 for 5.
He might be 1 for 5. I was going to say. It's at least 5.
All right, bottom of the 5th. Take it away, Mr. Cab.
All right, well, Moon 3 batting, as we said, swings at the first pitch, soft ground ball over to Lana at third, throws it over, gets the out. 1 away.
Giving credit
Back to the top of the order.
Giving credit to challenge the arm of Lana Bean.
And drew a conclusion, though. Goes right back to challenging it. They are hitting it to third. They're attacking that third base spot. Fred hits it right past third into left field. A legitimate strong base hit there.
And this brings up a pitching change, as coming up is now on 04. Now with the heart of the lineup coming up and 2 on base with a chance to tie or take the lead. Critical 5th inning coming up here. Are you ready with your pen?
Yep. I am ready. I just switched over to the red pen.
Cool.
Third pitcher of the afternoon for the Mechanic 5's. Captain flying it to left field, but it's hanging up in the air long enough for Mike to get over there and catch it. That's 2 out. This pitching change may well be paying off. But Yarn Dragon Tracy, cleanup hitter, is up for the Bunnies. Let's see what happens.
0 for 2 today.
0 for 2, but I believe the Dragon has the home run lead, and they want no part of her. 4-pitch walk, bringing up Smile Fires.
Oh, that had a sweet curve to it.
That was a generous call by the umpire. 0-2 to Smile Fires. Has to do something. Just gets jammed, hitting it down to third. They will leave the bases loaded. That is 2 hits and a walk. No runs in. They're all left on base. Bunnies struggling to find an answer here. It's still Mechanic 5's 3. The Bunnies 1 here on the Bun. That pitching change really paid off for him, Rick.
I'll give you a very, very devastating stat right now. 7.
Have they left more runners on base than the Mets?
7 left on base through 5 innings.
That, with 1 run, that is unacceptable.
You have to get something there, and I mean, kudos to Anachu getting ahead in the count with Smile Fires to cause the jam up.
They got the umpire is not helping the Bunnies, but we might have ended up in the same spot anyway. Good move by them too, pitching around Yarn Dragon, not giving her anything to hit.
Well,
a little bit of a risk, but
keeping the league leader in RBIs from bringing in a run. That's all that comes down to.
Yep, you've got to be able to come through on the other side of that. Smile Fires, 3 outs to the right side. It's got to come up with an answer here.
Back we are, top of the 6th, Mr. Cab. What a fun game this has been.
Now, this has been an interesting one. It's still low scoring, but there's been action, unlike yesterday when no one could do anything. So, Rick, take it away.
Grim popping this up, going deep over to left, and underneath it for the first out will be Captain. Here's Bizzle. Scored a run last time up, but pops this up. To a conclusion is underneath it as the third baseman and makes the catch 2 away. Here's Melchior. RBI single last time. Down the right field line. Yarn Dragon Tracy is not going to get in time. That will fall in for a base hit. And rounding first, heading to second was Melchior with a 2-out double. Oh.
Silly person with the chance to get some ribeye steaks.
Silly person with an RBI single last time up. Looks a strike 2 here. Moon delivers, and this over towards right to Yarn Dragon Tracy, side retired. What the Buns needed, really.
Yep, you'll take that double if you get everybody else out.
So 1 hit, 1 left on base, no runs, no errors. We're through 5.5, and the Adirondack Mechanic 5's are in the lead, 3-2-1.
Bunnies need to respond at the plate now. They need more than Fred's home run to win this game.
That is the only run on the board, and Fred is not going to be due up for a while as we've got the 6, 7, and 8 hitters starting with Z-Man. No. Rounded to
Fred
first last time up.
6 batters until Fred.
Graham backs up, makes the catch. 1 away. Chuck Ninja walked last time up.
Umpire's really favoring that pitch over the left side of the plate. I guess the right side if you're the pitcher. You're seeing a lot of questionable strike calls over there.
1 and 2 to Chuck Ninja. Popped it up. This could fall in the triangle. It does. Base hit for Shock Ninja.
Bloop single to center. You take those.
Bulldog pulling this out, but it's going to be staying in the park. Catchable for Mike as a fighter for the second out.
You're going to let Moon hit for himself.
1 for 6 now in the season. And right through for a base hit. Now top of the lineup. Drew's been on base twice today, 2 for 3. Responding to the needs to wake up call from me earlier.
This is what you want to see for Drew, coming back into things.
This
Gets a hole down the left field
ball
line. It's
is
gonna
not. It's caught by Mike as a fighter who comes in to make the catch, side retired. And that is another 2 left on base for the Spiral K Bunnies. No runs,
And
2
Drew-
hits, no errors. 9 left
Drew's-
on base now.
Drew's 2 for 4 now. But needed to get something going there to get it. I mean, you don't want to say get it to the next guy who's going 2 for 4, but right now they're the only ones getting hits. Bunnies looking for an answer.
If there's any solace now as we reach the top of the 7th for the Bunnies, it is that the Adirondack Mechanic 5's are heading to the bottom of their lineup, but you do need to get these outs as Moonrise and Phoenix is in, 3rd pitcher of the game.
Thank you for that.
Is it the 3rd?
Getting the next. We're going to black pen now.
Is it the
Mechanic
3rd?
5's are blue, then orange, now black.
Wait. This might be the 2nd pitcher still.
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen the a 3rd replacement unless I missed it to start the inning.
Nah,
We'll check the game cast later.
Nah, we were too busy sipping our Bigelow tea. Top of the
Gotta have
7th.
that lemon.
Mike is a fighter. Blast this.
Ooh.
This is gone.
Mike is a fighter. He only needed 1 punch.
That felt like a
That
Hawaiian
one-
punch.
Someone on the street's going to find that ball later. As soon as it lands.
4-1 in favor of the Mechanic 5's now. And through for a base hit.
Fred had him shaded to left. He hits it through the gap. A pop up to left field here. Easy play for the captain.
And
Are they running again?
same story, different day.
That wasn't even close. So now 2 out and nobody on for Onichu, who needs to make an out to save my scorecard here.
And Drew fires to first. What an arm that was to retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits. Nobody left after another caught stealing.
But another run on the board. The deficit's now 3 for the Bunnies.
We're now at the 7th inning stretch. It is 4-1 in favor of the Mechanic 5's.
So Rick, what are we eating tonight?
I don't know. Any good suggestions?
We've got ribs marinating. So as soon as this game's over,
All right, that's it. I'm
we
gonna
have to go home. The family's gonna get the grill going, and something's gonna be eaten tonight. I don't think we've had any turtle soup recently, though.
I realize I really can't go just yet. I kind of need to finish this game first.
Oh, do we have to wrap things up?
Oh, but ribs do sound better than what we had served here in the press box today.
They were bad hot dogs.
They weren't even hot dogs today.
I think they cooked them in a microwave.
You ever had those ballpark ones that used to be where you could microwave them?
Exactly once.
I think I know why that was just once.
Exactly
Preston for
once.
base
Never
hit.
again. Every time I see ballpark hot dogs now, I have questions. I have had ballpark hot dogs since that have actually been like passable. That is going to drop in down the left field line. Runner's figuring out what to do there. Fred was holding up around second to see if that ball would be caught, so they can't go. It's only a very long single for captain down the line. You have Yarn Dragon Tracy with 2 on.
Change the tie of the game.
Pitch is outside. Again, they don't want to give the Yarn Dragon anything to hit here. Maybe they do. They got her 2-2.
Bull's a foul.
Cold foul. Another one over the plate, but it was moving in. The momentum must have just taken it foul. Tracy hitting .410 on the year now. Another long fly ball down the line over the fence, but it is very foul. Still 2-2. Wasting good pitches here.
Oh,
Not
we might
that
have a tie game.
That one's going to find the bleachers. It's Yarn Dragon Tracy hitting it out for 3-run home run. Like Rick said, that ties the game at 4. The Bunnies have found an answer. There's still nobody out here in the 7th.
Malfires.
We have a new ball game.
And for a base hit.
New pitcher in the game now. Smile fires. Find the hole off the new pitcher.
And this
One on,
says...
still nobody out. Did Z-Man get it?
Oh, it's at the wall, but not enough to get out of here. Just barely.
More warning track power. Shock Ninja takes it fairly deep to left, but not even close to the warning track. 2 out for Aldog. Also hitting a fly ball. Is there a fly ball pitcher scouting report I missed here? Flies it all the way to deep center, but easily caught plenty of room by Angel. That's the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the first 3. Fred and Captain get on base for Yarn Dragon Tracy, who hits it out. 4 hits, 3 runs on the Yarn Dragon Tracy home run. We're tied at 4 through 7. It's 4 hits, I'm sorry.
3 runs, 4 hits, 1 left on base.
You take the 1 left on base when you score that many runs.
It's 10 now left on base for the Buns. But yeah, it's a tie game. It's a whole new game now. But the Adirondack Mechanic 5's have the top of the lineup to start off the 8th.
Is Moon 3 coming out here for his 4th inning of work?
It looks to be.
Well,
Might be.
We'll see how the endurance is. At this point, he's going to be pitching as much as the starter.
I remember just getting back to the hot dog conversation. I remember those things back when I was working. It was the Kmart Supercenter, and they were at least an okay-ish answer for when you had a hour lunch break. And
you ever had the Costco hot dogs?
What's that?
Have you ever had the Costco hot dogs?
No, considering the fact that the nearest Costco from us is 2 hours away in Burlington.
I mean, they're definitely on the list of foods that when you're a kid, you want that sweet, salty stuff more than anything else, and you don't appreciate the savory flavors of good food until later on in life. But I still remember them. They're good. They're cheap. Of course, you got to have the Costco membership to get in the front door, but that's another story. They're beefy, too. I'm looking for a good brand of hot dog to actually get more of. I don't know. We're gonna fall into an allergy rabbit hole here. Let's get back to the action.
Yeah, but hot dogs are a conversation because they are part of your hot dog array that you can get at the ballpark. And we hope you can come down to the ballpark for our great schedule of great games that are coming up here. But we got the top of the 8th and they're ready to go.
I have started to favor the Italian sausage at the ballpark.
That sounds good. T. Murdoch, for the third time today, hits it over to the first baseman unassisted. Krim, for the second time today, scores a run.
Krim, after having a quiet Saturday afternoon, goes right back to where he was on Friday. Second hit of the day. This one leaves the yard. 5th home run of the series. And oh no, Bizzle doesn't even let me finish talking about Krim before hitting a back-to-back jack. 6-4 mechanics. They are definitely answering. Why, you got to get Moon out of there. Malchior hits another one up the middle for a base hit. Silly person ripping one through the right side all the way to the fence, right by everybody. We talked about it yesterday. It's a putting green out there. Bad throw here. It's going to go all the way home, past missing all of the cutoff men. And that is going to let Silly person get to second. They're going to score that a fielder's choice.
And this will score a run.
RBI single for Mike is a fighter driving in Malchior.
5 straight batters who have reached.
This is another nightmare third inning. The Mechanic 5's getting another 3 runs. We're finally getting out of it. Did they forget they have a bullpen?
I think the answer is yes, and part of the reason is they were hoping to get back up to the pitcher spot in the bottom of the order.
Oh, you weren't going to let him hit anyway, though.
Yeah, that's
not
it.
Leading off. You weren't going to let a reliever, no matter how fresh they were, lead off in a tie game. So
3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. After that 3-run shot,
so fast I couldn't even count.
After that 3-run shot by the Bunnies, tied it up in the bottom of the 7th. The Mechanic 5 say, "Hey, you want to leave your pitcher in there?" Well, we know how they're pitching, so hop on.
Second day in a row, the Bunnies have left their pitcher in just a little too long. Yesterday, it was only 1 batter and only 1 run. This one, markedly worse. That is the second inning, like you were saying there, with the Mechanic 5's just had a hit parade. 5 hits in a row. This one, pinch hitter. Rick, is this Zelda? You got the names in front of you. Zelda what?
Zelda Dasan, who's... Never mind.
Gonna get himself caught stealing.
Never mind.
That erases the runner for Drew conclusion. 1-2 count with 1 out and nobody on now. Zelda Nissan.
Zelda Dasan.
I saw Zelda G on the bottom and realized I didn't quite have all the names written down in front of me.
It's all right.
I'll leave it to chat's imagination.
It's okay to forget about the pinch hitters. Drew conclusion, strikes out looking. Out number 2.
You cannot do that in this game.
Fred hits the towering.
Oh, just gets over the fence.
Now just think if that runner was still on first instead of trying to steal.
Yeah, Fred's second home run of the game.
Oh, this is going to fall in for a base hit.
Captain getting a bloop single to center. Yarn Dragon caught reaching for it. Pops it up off the end of the bat. Pitcher just settles under it, waves everybody else off. And that will retire the side. 3 hits. 1 left on, but Fred with a solo home run mixed in there. Bunnies are still down, but it's now 7-5 at the end of 8. Bunnies will be looking for their new pitcher to hold the Mechanics to 7. if you can say such a thing. So they have a chance in the bottom of the ninth.
And now I will reintroduce you to that statistic that I've been saying all game long. We're now at 11 left on base. And that doesn't include the caught stealings.
Without that caught stealing, like you said, that's 2 runs. It's now a 1-run game, and the Mechanic 5's are really in trouble. Now you can still give up that solo shot and have a tie game. Well, not even have a tie game. You still have the lead. And then, 1 left on, but 2 runs scored. You can live with that for 1 inning. Too many teams running themselves out of innings. Top of the 8th, just like the top of the 4th, had that situation where just poor decisions led to runners moving up. Whee.
Top of the 9th, the Mechanic 5's up to bat. Starting off with the pitcher who will hit this. Picked up by Drew, fires to first, but didn't really get the arm on it. And on with an infield hit is Sanachu, so he hits at the top of the lineup. T. Murdoch firing it over, and that is Yarn Dragon Tracy for the first out.
Drew Conclusion could have just put that first ball in his pocket. It was hit way too weakly. Nobody was near it. Good base running by Anachu to get to first.
Oh, well.
Speaking of base running. where is that throw go?
Another caught stealing, another ball out to the outfield. 2-1, 2 away. Strike just over the corner of the plate. And now the 2-2 with 2 away. Swung. Picked up by Drew. Fires over to first in time. Side retired. All right, last gasp of air for the Spiral K Bunnies coming up. We'll see if they can't do this coming up here in just a moment. Another caught stealing.
I don't know why you're doing that. You're running yourself out of the inning every single time. I think I've got
5, 6, 7 hitters coming up next for the Spiral K Bunnies. We're going to start off with Smile Fires, who is 1 for 4 today. Had a single last time up. Z-Man 0 for 4.
Bringing in their closer.
Z-Man 0 for 4, and Shock Ninja is 1 for 3. Had a walk and a single.
And these are not... I mean, you gotta hope they're just due. These players need to wake up. Smile Fire's at least reaching his last at bat.
Bottom of the 9th, here we go. Smile Fire's up. 5-16, 12 home runs. Would love to get one right now, but that's foul.
Got some good power behind that swing. Doesn't like the second pitch, but it is called strike.
Here's the 0-2. This is crushed, and it is curving foul.
Hang in there. Oh. Gotta be careful with Smile Fires here.
Yes, indeed.
He's got...
That's 3 that's gone over the fence.
All foul. You gotta give Smile Fires a pitch off the plate.
Hit over to Krim, firing over to first, and good retirement of Smile Fires on the 4-3. Z-Man up.
Rips another one foul.
Inside, ball 1.
The Bunnies can just find the timing here. Oh, they might be doing something.
It is just foul!
I'm worried for this pitcher. Anachu is giving up at this point like 5 foul ball home runs.
It's okay. You can just
he's surviving, but I'm nervous.
Here's Shock up, 2 away, and this will go in for a base hit over to the wall.
It's gonna go all the way to the wall. It's gonna get to second. It's gonna break up the force play.
Here's All Dog.
More importantly, Aldog is the tying run at the plate.
Could tie this game up, force the 10th inning with a swing of the bat. Looks at a corner, strike 1.
Don't swing at it unless you know you've got it. And who's on deck now for the Bunnies? With the pitcher spot due up next.
This could have the
Is
power.
It going to matter?
It is going to be gone. We are tied 7-7.
Owl Dog, who's had just not a great afternoon at the plate, throwing runners out, manages to crush that one to left field, tying the game. They're going to leave Moon in to hit for himself here, rather than spend this pinch hitter now in a tie game. I guess that means they want him to pitch the 10th.
Takes one down the middle. Strike one, 2-1. Roller! Lana Bean fires over to first, but not in time. It's an infield hit.
Lana Bean allowing a lot of infield hits this afternoon.
To conclusion, through and in for a base hit to left field.
The winning run now on second base for Fred.
Fred through, base hit, bases loaded.
It's not going to be deep enough. The bases are loaded, nowhere to put him for the captain.
Captain lines it right to the pitcher's side, retired. Extra innings coming up.
Oh, another 3 left on base. They tie the game, but again, the bases are loaded to end the inning. And in a game,
2 runs, 5 hits, 3 left on base. Are now 14 left on base of the Spiral K Bunnies, but they force a 10th. We'll have that coming up next on the Bun.
Did they stop selling sausages in the 7th?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to deal with the crusty French fries that they left underneath the heat lamp.
We're going to need Steve Gelbs to investigate this later.
Sorry,
I don't want another Cincinnati
Kansas City.
situation. He's in Kansas. Oh, no.
I remember that when they had him investigate the vending machine sandwiches in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think he needed a week off after that, and I'm told they replaced those vending machines shortly thereafter.
Yeah, sure. Replace them after the Mets come to visit.
Well, Gelbs kind of rightfully so embarrassed him there.
Well, yeah.
And he took one for all of us. And I respect that.
For anyone that does press work.
If you don't know what we're talking about, do look up Steve Gelbs and the Cincinnati Reds vending machines from 2024. So, we're laughing about it. I don't know if his intestines are laughing about it.
Probably laughing about it now because he helped make a name for himself.
Yeah. Gelbs has really grown on me over the last few years. When Kenny Burkhardt first left the booth or the team, everybody had their questions, but I like Gelbs.
Have the 10th. This one's yours, Mr. Cab.
All right. New ball game, bonus baseball. Bizzle leading off for the Mechanic 5's in the 10th. Moon staying in the game for a second inning of work. First pitch well off the plate for ball 1.
Who's our sponsor for extra innings?
I'm going to go with Udi's. Because you need to eat that hot dog on something gluten-free. They're going to reach out and do some baseball advertising. That's all I've got. The only problem is there's a little egg in there. It's 2-2. Bizzle grounds it down to Drew as a conclusion. Easy play. Throws it to Z-Man first. 1 out. Malkier up second.
3 for 4.
Swings
Day,
the first
make
pitch. Fair ball! Why
5.
weren't they guarding the line? It's going to go all the way into the corner. He's going to get to second standing up. 1 out double for the Mechanics. Bringing Mike as a fighter up to the plate. 2 for 4 of the home run.
Silly person.
Silly person. Oh my goodness, my scorecard's ruined. Take that, silly person.
Now that is gone.
Mike was just that mad at me. Now I'm going to be studying this card, figuring out where I missed a batter. and how I got ahead of Spot. Either way, that's a beautiful 3-run shot from Mike as a Fire, putting the Mechanic 5's once again for the third time this game up by 3. It's 10-7.
That is 6 RBIs for Mike as a Fighter.
I mean, Mike, we're gonna have to talk to Mike after the game. If the Mechanics hold on, he's gonna easily be
I think
the Adirondack player of the game.
I think he's going to have a card in his locker room.
As long as it's worth more than some of these hot dogs we have in the booth.
You know what card we're talking about?
Car.
No, card. You know, the one that says, hey, we'd like to have you pee in a bottle and test it to see you're not on any special kind of material. That kind of card.
I think they're still looking at Krim's bat from the other night to make sure it wasn't corked.
What are you saying? The legal officials are slow?
I'm not suggesting it. I'm saying it.
3 runs, 3 hits, nobody left. Now we go to the bottom of the 10th. It's 10-7 in favor of the Mechanic 5's.
They're leaving Onichu in there after letting the game get tied and barely escaping. You know, if the Bunnies get one more run in that inning, the game's over. But they're leaving Onichu in there to face the heart of the order in the bottom of the 10th. I mean, maybe they think that the left on base machine is so strong they will be able to get out of it and win this game 10-9. But the Bunnies, wanting to salvage the last game of the series, have to do something.
And we start off with Young Dragon Tracy, who is 1 for 4 on the day, but that one was a 3-run shot in the 7th inning. Take it away, Mr. Cab.
Well, you're right about that 3-run shot, but you can't get that leading off an inning. Trying to get the 1, though, but that's going to be foul. The Bunnies picking up where they left off in the 9th, hitting foul ball home runs to right. Our Dragon spits on that pitch as it curves all the way inside, 1-1. Takes one over the outside corner, 1-2. Has to swing at something here. Or just watch strike 3 fly over. 1 away. Smile fires up second. Takes inside, 1-0. Swings at that pitch over the outside part of the plate. Line drive to right, but Bizzle is there. 2 out. The Bunnies, after tying this game in the dramatic 9th inning, down to their last out, and now that ball is in the air. Murdoch settling under it, catching in the outfield grass. 1, 2, 3, go the Bunnies in the 10th. And that will do it. No runs, no hits. That's your final score now. The Mechanic 5's 10. The Spiral Cave Bunnies 7 in 10 innings. We'll be back with the post-game show in 5 seconds.
You know,
if 5 seconds after I said that.
If I was faster on the wit, I would have given you a station ID there.
Da da
da. Well, let's take a look at the Eagles' schedules. We'll get that updated here now as the away team wins yet again in 10 innings.
Maybe the problem with the Spiral Caves Bunnies record is just that they have not been playing enough road games. They'll be at the friendly confines of the Adirondacks after this. I guess the Spiral Cave is not in the Adirondack Mountains.
It's close enough. It's somewhere looped in there.
I see what you did there. Spiral Cave is looped in.
Yes, exactly. 10-7, the final score. Taking a look at our score sheets for today. Who was your player of the game for both teams?
Oh, you're gonna make me actually do work and review all this. Well, I mean, the easy one is what you said earlier. Mike is a fighter with way too many RBI in this game.
6 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4 for 5 on the day. If you drive in 6 runs, many of them in extra innings, admittedly, but still, your team scoring 10 with those 3 in extra innings. That's a good day. None of the pitchers, although I'm a little hard pressed not to give a little credit to Moon 2 or whoever their second pitcher of the day was. Did have that disaster 8th inning, but a reliever trying to pick up the slack and go 4 innings, I'm not going to get too upset about that 4th inning. Like I think the Bunnies have just been in so much trouble. They had no choice but to leave him out there. And it just didn't work out in that 4th inning.
Yeah, there's a case of maybe just a little bit too long. As we take a look at the updated averages,
Yep.
It's just interesting the fact that the Bunnies have your top 2 batting averages. But
I was gonna say Smile Fires today, 1 for 6. Whereas Fred, I was talking about the pitching there. Offensively, Fred easily carrying the day for the Bunnies. 2 home runs, 3 home runs.
No, 2 home runs.
Right? No, 2 home runs. He scored on the 3rd home run. So 2 home runs, 3 runs scored, and 1, 2, 5 for 6. That's a good day.
That is.
Fred's doing what he can. Where are the rest of the Bunnies?
I think really, if you look at this list right here, the biggest contributing factor to the Spiral K Bunnies right now. Look at the middle of this top averages. You don't have anyone from the Mechanic 5's above 500 at this point, but you have 6 of 10 entries on here.
The Mechanic 5's, from what I've been seeing, more or less they wait 5 innings, and it's when they get into the bullpen that they get cooking. So that's at least 1.5 times through the lineup, nobody's getting a hit. Today's game, the 4th and the 8th inning, and I guess the 10th, is when they did their damage. Outside of those 3 innings, they've got a solo home run and a couple of scattered hits, and that's it. First 3 innings of this game was the minimum. So the Mechanic 5's are... It's weird that they are streaky hitters, but they all get their hits together. And that's what leads to not leaving 14 on base.
And after that 6 RBI game, Mike is a fighter now sitting 5th on the leaderboard with 16 RBI. Still a long way to go to catch up to Tracy at the 30 or Silly Person at the 27.
Yep. You expect to see your home run leaders at or near the top there. Krim up into 8th. Like we said, 5 home runs in this series over the weekend. So immediately, at a minimum, jumping from 7 to 12. I forget what Krim's total was coming in, but now in 8th on that leaderboard.
And the biggest stat here for the Spiral K Bunnies, and I think it comes down to that batting average, 14 runners left on base. That is a lot.
Twice left the bases loaded. The game goes into extra innings. Any one of those get home, we're having a different conversation right now.
Any of the ones in that 9th inning, if you get the bases loaded and you leave them juiced there in the end of the 9th, that's a lot of momentum for the away team.
Yep, and I mean, we can talk about the defense again. I'd have to go back and really get a chance to absorb what happened, because they play fast here, and I like that they play fast. But we don't get a chance to necessarily go back and look at, did that throw home, letting the runner advance to second, do anything? That throw to from second to third when you had the out there, I mean, you have to get the outs where you can get them to end these innings. Like I said, I've got to go back and like really look at how many runs really come off the board if you start getting those outs, but that's just fundamentals. That's the end of little league level stuff. You've got to be taking care of business. And the Bunnies just aren't doing it.
Well, they'll have tomorrow to think about things as they get ready for game number 15 on this schedule. Game 15, which means we'll be nearing the halfway point.
Yep, right in the middle of the season with I think it was 31 games total, so 15's right there. Spiral Cave Bunnies, though, like we said, with the home team winning so few games, the Bunnies have had a lot of home games. This is the 5th series of the season overall. So back on the road for 4 games. They will be hoping that that pattern continues just another 4 games so that they can pile up some wins before coming home again in a week.
And we saw that standings here. They're 6 games behind the Mechanic 5's. If they can sweep this away series, that's only 2 games behind at that point.
Mm-hmm. Usually they say it's not a series until the road team wins a game. This is almost the opposite. It's not a series until the home team wins a few more games.
Mr. Cav, thank you so much for joining me for this weekend series. I hope you had some fun.
Rick, thanks for inviting me. It was a great time being here. I only wish we got some better sandwiches. I'll get in touch with the Wegman sub shop before next time.
Yeah, try to
see if we can get something together.
Try to see if we can't get that sponsorship going. So if Ahmad wants to go ahead and shout out Mr. Cab 55, thank you for spending your weekend together with me, and we'll look forward to getting you back here in the booth.
You know I love baseball, Rick. This is great.
You're one of at least 3 different people that I was thinking of when I started off this project. All right, this has been a presentation of Baseball Stars. I don't know. I lost the sheet with all of our sponsors. They got buried amongst all of our paperwork here. Sponsors won't mind us not reading them off today, right?
I don't know. I think they pay. Well, I was going to say they pay the bills, but I haven't gotten paid yet, so.
Neither have I. Still waiting on that one. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me, Mr. Cab.
Thanks, Rick. What time's the game tomorrow?
No, there's no game tomorrow. It's a day
off game.
It's travel day.
Derby? Okay.
Game time Tuesday will be 7 o'clock.
Next broadcast Tuesday at 7 Eastern.
It will be me and Smile Fires on the call for that, and we'll have a whole lot of fun as the Spiral Cave Bunnies go on the road, which means they'll be the favorites to win. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everybody.